Hi Capricorn, welcome to your mid-March 2023, most of 25 tarot update. It's Raina here. Okay, let me just say something. If someone out there is dealing with, oh my gosh, look at this. Here's more indecision. Choosing between a Sagittarian and a Pisces person. Let me know in the comments. That would be really freaky. Okay. The heart of the matter is the Two of Wands. You know, I had somebody write to me about this particular card and said, "Look, there's a hand there that is not the hand of that person. It's somebody else's hand, and this is a decision." Okay, and the person that you see in the picture is holding a globe or an orb, and that can represent the world. And the person has the world in their hand, or you could say they have, the world is their oyster, and yet they have this decision to make. Do they stay where they are or they go? So it could be like even relocation. Maybe it's a job overseas. Yeah, that's what this card represents. But the person isn't really sure what they want to do. There's like quite a bit of indecision. And so this could be like a work situation, but I also feel with the Two of Wands, it can even be like career, like it's a change in careers. So that can be daunting because it might be like everything changing. Like, so not only are you, changing location, and that could be your where you're operating from, so it could be a totally different place, but then you're also doing totally different work. And sometimes when there's a lot of change at one time, it's very overwhelming. But there was something else. What I want to say. Oh, I want to say that when that person was mentioning that, when I looked at the Rider-Waite deck, it did not show that. So this deck, which is called the Morgan Greer deck, I guess the illustrator, that is their interpretation of what this card represents, which is very interesting. But it's this idea that with the other hand, that somebody else is affected by your decision. So it's not just like you can do whatever you want because you're completely free and clear. And I'm not saying that it's a child or a spouse. It could be an aging parent, or it could be, you know what I mean? It could be some other reason why you feel like obligated, or that you have to think of somebody other than yourself. In the past position, we have the Temperance card, which is, I guess the word that came into my mind right now was alignment between the spiritual and the material. I guess I would fill in the blanks there. The foot that's on the earth is something that you are familiar with, being an earth sign. The foot in the water can be something that you have been really delving into for the past, maybe the time when Pluto has been in your sign, which, by the way, Pluto is going into Aquarius in about a week of this recording. I mean, a little bit more than that, but on the 23rd of March. And because of that, actually, it is like it's like 8 days from when I'm recording this, which is pretty wild. No, actually, it's next week. No. let's see, I'm recording this on the, no, it's 8 days. Um, and so, this is such a major shift for all of us because this has been a generational thing. But the thing is, for Capricorn, you're on the front lines with this transit. So, and it's going to be at 0 degrees of Aquarius, so it's not really going too far. And then it's going to go back into your sign. It's not going to be. I think it's going to be January of 2024 when it finally clears Capricorn. Okay, so you still are going to have it in 2023 in your sign. And in that critical degree, that 29th degree, it's like everything kind of ratcheting up, all of that, in terms of the world stage, but also on the individual level. But the Temperance card is about keeping in mind that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. And sometimes with earth signs, they really are so acclimated to the mundane side of life. And I don't mean that like, that you're just simplistic or that you're materialistic in that sense. I mean, you could be, but you're probably just you're just an expert on navigating the world, and that you forget that this world is temporary. You know what I mean? And that your spirit is eternal. So understanding both and acknowledging that aspect can really make your decisions, which you may have like a tough decision, that much more illuminated. The higher message is the Nine of Cups. This suggests that you have good fortune that has come to you, and that, or is about to come to you. And because of this, you may not trust it, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and you may feel this sense of like having to rein in your enthusiasm, curb your enthusiasm, not get too carried away, because you never know when the other shoe is going to drop. And that kind of way of thinking is oftentimes it's a product of experiences that maybe were not so pleasant in your past, that you're trying to avoid having, make a return. And sometimes people get so used to putting out fires that they can't appreciate when they're experiencing some kind of success in life, some sort of wonderful, blissful occurrence. So what you have to do is you have to be able to tell yourself that you are deserving of joy, you're deserving of material abundance and peace of mind, and really claim that. If you're, because the Nine of Cups is Pisces and Jupiter, or Jupiter and Pisces, and this may be, and actually now Jupiter is actually in Aries, and so you're experiencing a lot of stuff happening in your fourth house of home and family. And it might even be like something to do with a new home, or, things like that in the next couple of months. So that could be part of your reason for having this decision that on your hands here. But embrace the good that is coming your way is the bottom line. What's coming in is the Seven of Pentacles. This is the farmer's card. This is the person looking for the harvest. What is, what is looking good in terms of what you're bringing into fruition. Everything may seem like it's up in the air right now, Capricorn, and you may have to wait to see everything kind of come together and to see the harvest come in and the blessings manifest in the physical. You might be putting in a lot of hard work, and it's actually, I see a lot of the hard work in just making a choice. Is that kind of allows things to just go forward, and then you have to be patient. And the outcome is the Justice card. I wonder if this is a timing card, because this card is connected to Libra, and we do have a full moon in Libra on April 6th or 5th, depending on where you live. And this is going to be in your 10th house of career. So that could be some kind of a culmination, maybe that waiting to see if something is where you do get that promotion, and or if this is about moving, leaving a certain type of career, going into a different one, and that's when everything manifests. But you have to allow the process to take over, and it might be difficult because you want to get the show on the road. It's really an interesting thing for you, actually, because you've had Mars in the 6th house for so many months, and in this month Mars is going to go into your 7th house around March 25th. So it's finally going to leave, but it's been in this house of work for so many months, and I think that's another reason why the 7 of Pentacles is showing up here, because it's like, okay, it's waiting for the harvest, okay, and the Justice card could be a timing card with the full moon in your 10th house of career and gaining that recognition or that advancement, but also in terms of the Justice card itself, that feeling of it's just kind of like similar to the Temperance card of balance in some way. Maybe there have been extremes. Maybe you've been working overtime, and that's why Mars has been in the 6th house. So anyway, now is the time to reap your harvest. Okay, so I was going to just sign off, but I'm going to pick, I have this new deck, and I've been kind of hit or miss. It's called Star Codes Astro Oracle, and I'm going to pick a card for you just for the fun. Oh, you know what's funny? I'm just going to, because I just turned over the bottom of the deck by accident, because the top and the bottom don't look that much different, and I'm going to choose this one. Taurus, cultivate. Isn't that funny? Because that's kind of what I mean by this. This is kind of like, this might even be connected to Taurus. It's the earth. Pentacles is earth, just like you. And cultivating, what does the word cultivate mean? If you're growing something, the growth. And that's what the 7 of Pentacles is all about, is looking at the growth that you have achieved thus far and assessing it and seeing, is this viable? Am I, is what I'm doing showing the growth? Or am I just being stagnant here? Am I just pouring my resources and energy into something that isn't really showing any kind of growth? And of course, this could also relate to relationships sometimes, where a person is, if you do not have growth in your relationship, that other person could be a beautiful person, in terms of their spirit, but in terms of, how it really helps you along your path, it might not be for you, because, you're just kind of like maintaining the status quo. And life is about expansion as far as I'm concerned. Okay, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.